Monday mamas. How are we? It is almost 9 p.m. and this is when this is happening. Not because I didn't try earlier, but because I'm a mom and life. I've had a great time doing these weekly videos. I don't care if one person watches it or 1,000. I want to be opening up a discussion about motherhood and about what we're really going through and about how we can really thrive in this setting. I think our generation is the first that is coming into motherhood wanting more. We want more than just parenting, if that makes sense. We want to show up for our kids 100%, but we want to be ourselves and we want to know ourselves. And I think we're the first generation to really start grappling with this, and it's really, really hard. And that's why it's 9 o'clock and I'm talking to you guys, because it's really hard. And today I had a great day. I mean, I have a great life, and most of my days are really good. I get in my own head sometimes, but really when I boil it down, my days are great. But you guys, it was a great day, and I'm still ending it, and I feel like I just have given every bit of myself to everybody else. And that's hard. And over the last few weeks, as I've done these videos and I've had messages and comments and really good conversations with people and friends that have watched them, here's where I come to, guys. Here is where I think I conclude what I'm hearing from everybody and what I agree with, is that moms are tired. We're exhausted. And there seems to be no rest in sight. And my husband and I had a blissful week away last week, and despite the fact that I had food poisoning before we went, but still ended up having a really good time. Guys, I'm tired. We've been back for 2 days, 3 days, and I'm exhausted. And I don't want to live like this, and that's where my tension lives right now, is I don't want to live where at 8 o'clock at night I'm done. I want to still have something in the tank, and that's where I keep grappling with, like, how do we create lives? Because I do believe that we create our lives. Things happen in our life, but we choose how to deal with them, and therefore we create our lives. So my question to myself is always, what kind of life am I creating? Last week I mentioned about asking, what questions am I asking myself? Always trying to gear my questions on more positive thinking than negative, instead of thinking of how bad is this and what else could possibly happen, right? Trying to think of, like, okay, well, this is really shitty. Now, how can we get through this? How can we bring some good from this situation? I'm not always good at it, but I do try. So today I kind of wanted to just open up a conversation about exhaustion. And I wrote down some stuff the other night, at like midnight when our brains are still running, about motherhood, because I run a company that is serving mostly moms, employing mostly moms. I am a mom. I'm in a mom land. I love mom land. This is my passion. This is what I love. I love understanding motherhood. I'm still early in my motherhood journey, but I want to understand it, and I want to do it well, and I want to enjoy it. And I wrote down, here's a bit of what I wrote of this. Being a mom is more than just sleep deprivation and having a heart so big that the slightest affection from our kiddos can break us. Being a mom is keeping 10,000 balls in the air while being present, looking to the future, and making sure that our babies know how loved they are. But also, this whole motherhood journey is once in a lifetime. So, we really need to enjoy it. But the question is then, how? And that's where I live, guys. I understand the realities of motherhood. I understand the exhaustion, the 10,000 balls in the air, the intense love, like that heartbreaking, can't breathe love. This desire for our kids to grow up and be well and do well. And yet also, like, this is it. Guys, we don't get a redo. We don't get to decide in 10 years that we know a better way to do it and we get to do it better. We get to do it now. And I want to do it well now. And I want to do myself well now. And that is where I'm living. And that is what I'm passionate about, is how do we do life now well, while preparing for the future, while raising kids who are going to be productive members of society, who are going to be kind, who are going to find a good mate, who are going to be a good mate. We have to do all of it. But how, and I'm asking, how can we do this so that we're showing up well? And I mean, oops, sorry. I don't know how much of this comes back to the discussion of self-care. And I mean, all these things we've talked about, of setting goals and dreaming, and like, these are all things that care for our soul. And I mean, maybe that's it, is that if we're not caring for our soul, and we're not taking care of ourselves, and we're not having moments to breathe, then how do we move forward? I don't know, guys. I mean, and maybe that's just it. I was on the treadmill this morning, and I just kept telling myself, just keep going forward. Just keep going forward. Because where my treadmill is set up in my basement, literally, if I go backwards, I will go through a wall. So I just had to keep stepping forward. I just had to keep stepping down and just keep stepping forward. And I think that on the moments, I'm not going to say the hard days, because hard days are a different ballgame. When life is hard, that's different. But I'm talking about the hard moments of motherhood. The overwhelmed, the exhaustion, the 7:30 and it's bedtime and we're brushing teeth and we need to read the book and we do the thing and it's the homework done and it's the lunches, all the things. I think in those moments, guys, we just need to keep stepping forward. And we need to keep stepping forward into the best version of ourselves. Tonight, for me, here's some raw honesty. You know, when you tell your kid not to do something and then they immediately do it. So that happened. I have a balloon in my hand and I'm letting it go in my son's room, and I said, just stop playing with the balloon. Like, you're getting yourself in trouble. Stop playing with the balloon. And as I'm letting it go, he reaches his hand up and smacks it down. And I'm like, oh. And so every bit of me just wanted to like scream. I just wanted to scream, right? Instead, I closed his door loud, and just said to him sternly, don't test me. Don't test me. He knew I was pissed off. He knew he messed up. I opened the door, I left. I wasn't upset with myself. I did good. I stepped forward, still parenting, still being a mom, still doing the hard thing, but I did it the way that I wanted to do it. I didn't scream and I didn't shout, and that was intentional. And that comes back to when we have full tanks, when we are not totally depleted, we're able to act better. We have more patience. We have a little bit more like the lighting line, whatever you call it, when you light like a bomb or a firework. What's the thing called when it like it's getting closer? The fuse. The fuse. Our fuse is longer. And that's what I felt tonight, was that my fuse was just a little bit longer than maybe it would have been, say, 4 months ago. And that's something. And that's progress. And I celebrate that I'm doing something and I'm moving forward into a better version of myself. And guess what? I'm probably going to mess up. And I'm going to yell and scream one day. But tonight I didn't. And I patted myself on the back for that tonight because I done good. So, anyways, that's where I'm at tonight, guys. I just, I want to be open with you guys and honest that this is hard, that we are doing a hard thing. It's not going to get easier, I don't think. But this is once in a lifetime. And we get to choose how we show up. So let's step forward into our dreams and goals and hopes and all the things and be the people we want to be, so that we can be the moms we want to be and our babies be who we want them to be. Maybe, hopefully, probably not. Love you guys, and happy Monday.